Hi friends, this video is on motion of physics. Numericals will cover. This video is brought to you by COACHINGCARES.IN, designing future by smart education. In this video, under this lesson, we'll study some numericals. Let us start with the problem number 1. An athlete completes one round of a circular track of diameter 200 meters in 40 seconds. What will be the distance covered and displacement at the end of 2 minutes and 20 seconds? So just try to understand this numerical. Athlete actually travels along the circular track. We are assuming this is a circular track. So athlete start to move from this position, say from point A, and the diameter of this circular track is 200 meter. So this athlete moves in this direction along this path, and it completes one round, reaching the same position, completing one round, which is 200 meter in 40 seconds. So we have to calculate the distance and displacement covered in this. So one round, we can say distance covered in one round is equal to 2 pi r. You can write it like 2 pi into 200. R is the half of the diameter, which is 200 pi. This is the distance which is being covered by the athlete in one round. I mean the circumference of this circular track. So this distance is being covered in 40 seconds. This is given in the question. We have to calculate the distance and displacement at the end of 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So distance covered in 40 seconds is equal to 200 pi. Now distance covered in 2 minutes 20 seconds will be 200 pi divided by 40 into 2. I just converted this 2 minutes into seconds. 2 into 60 plus 20 seconds, which will be divided by 40 into 140. By calculating this, we get 50 pi into 14, which is 705. So this is the total distance which is being covered in this duration, right? Okay. So now this is the first answer we got. The second one question is calculate the displacement and of this time. So you just imagine after 140 seconds, this athlete covering 705 distance. So you can say 140 second, that is in 140 second. So in 140 seconds, one round it is completing in 40 seconds. Second round it is completing again in 40 seconds, that is 80 seconds. Third round it is completing again in 40 seconds, which is 120 seconds. So in 120 seconds it is completing 3 rounds. Then 20 seconds again left more. So in 20 seconds it will cover again half of the circle, because 40 second, in 40 second it is covering the complete round. So 20 second it will complete a half round, which is the circle, half circle. So this is the position it will reach after 140 seconds. I mean, after completing 3 rounds, one more half round it will take and the position will be here. So the initial position is this one, where athlete starts, and this is the final position. So the displacement is equal to final position minus initial position, which is nothing but diameter of that circular directory, circular track, you can say. So this is the track and this is the diameter, this is the change of the position, and this is the displacement, which is d, which is diameter. So the displacement will be 200 meters. And this 700 pi, we can again calculate 700 into 22 by 7, which is coming 2200 meters. So this is our final first answer, and this is the second answer, which is displacement, and the first answer is 2200, which is distance. So guys, I hope that you are able to understand now. You have to understand the condition, and you have to apply the formula, and you have to calculate and understand the position. You have to differentiate in distance and displacement, those quantities, to calculate exactly the asking question, or to solve the numericals. Okay, so now I'll take another problem number 2 in the next slide. In this slide, question is Richa swims in 90-meter long pool. She covers 180 meters in 1 minute by swimming from one end to the other and back along same straight path. Find average speed and average velocity of Richa. So let's start. Richa assuming starting swimming from A and it is reaching at B. Then again it is saying back along with the same straight line from one end to the other end. Back again means it is again she is again going back to the initial position. So this whole distance is 90 meter and time taken in this is 1 minute, which is 60 seconds. Okay. Now it is this travel is along the straight line. So we have to calculate average speed of the whole journey. So number one, we'll calculate average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance covered divided by time taken, which is total distance is 90 meter plus 90 meter. So this is 90 plus 90. Time is taken 1 minute, which is 60 second, 180 divided by 60. So this is 3 meter per second. This is the average speed. The first answer. Now we'll calculate the average velocity. Average velocity, which is equal to total displacement time taken, which will be initial position is this one, final position again the same. So the displacement is final minus initial position, which is 0. So average velocity will be 0. This is the second answer. So like this, you have to understand the conditions. You have to differentiate the speed and velocity, and you have to differentiate the distance and displacement quantity for further correct answer. Okay, so I hope you again got the good idea. So we'll go now next slide. One more problem number 3. We'll solve it. John jogs from one end A to other end B of a straight 300-meter road in 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Then turns around the jogs 100 meters back to point C. So John, assuming starts jogging at point A, it is saying it is jogging till point B. And it is covering the distance is 300 meter. And the time in this 2 minutes 50 seconds. Then it is saying it is going back. Then it turns around and jogs 100 meters back to point C. It is going back to point C. Say point C is here. This is point C. It is going back this way. The distance is 100 meters. So this distance will be between A and C. It will be 300 minus 100, which will be 200 meters. So now it is asking what are John's average speed and velocity in jogging from A to B and A to C. So now the first case we'll take from A to B. So in this we'll calculate average velocity, average speed, which is total distance divided by time taken. So the total distance is from A to B is 300, it is given in the question, and time taken is 2 minutes 50 seconds. So we'll write it in that way. I will convert in seconds. 2 into 60, I converted the 2 minutes into seconds and adding 50 seconds in that. So we'll get 300 divided by 170, which will be equal to 1.76. This is 1.76 meter per second. Now it is asking average velocity. Average velocity, which is equal to total displacement divided by time, which will be equal to total displacement between A and B is again 300 divided by time is the same, which is equal to again 1.76 meter per second. Now we take again case, the moment we are considering now in B, it was the case A, this is case B. In this, from A to C, from A to C, from A to C. In this we are again calculating average speed is equal to is total time, total displacement, that is 200. We will take this, and the time taken in this, which the time taken from the starting A reaching to B first, this is 2 minutes to 50 seconds, then coming back to C, which is it is saying the 1 minute time, this is 1 minute time. So we'll add both the times in the whole journey. If we are considering point A and C, so the total time will be 170, we calculated already here, plus 1 minute, which is 60 seconds, then which is equal to 200 divided by 230, which will be equal to 0.86 meter per second. In the same way, considering the case B, motion from A to C, average velocity will be equal to total displacement between A and C, which is 300 minus 100, 200. I'm sorry, actually, initially I calculated velocity. That was average velocity. So next I'm calculating average speed. Average speed is total distance divided by time. Total distance is from here to here it reached 300. Then again it reached 300 plus 100, 400 divided by total time. Time is same considering A and C, which is 230. So that will be equal to 1.74 meter per second. So these are the answers actually we got. This is average speed. I calculated velocity initially. That was the displacement. Average velocity while considering A to C the movement. While considering the case A to B, the average velocity is 1.76 and average speed is 1.76. So both are same in the case A because distance and displacement is same. But in the case B, while considering movement from A to C, average velocity is different, average speed is different because displacement is different. Here displacement is 200 and here we are considering distance which is 400. So I hope you guys understood this completely. So thank you very much for visiting COACHINGCARES.in. Watch free educational videos, get best quality study materials, study from best tutors and mentors. Thank you once again.